step off the throttle, wide open all the way around here, leading that pack.
At a 190 miles per hour, side by side, bumper to bumper. Oh, big wiggle for John West Townley going around. Contact.
What an amazing save. Daniel Hemrick's into the outside wall.
Hemrick in the 19. Another one of our chasers.
I cannot believe the save that Cole Custer made in that 00 truck.
We talked about the big push William Byron was getting from Ben Rhodes, and I think that pushed Byron up into the back of Townley. Nothing John West could have done there. He just got hit at the wrong time.
Boy, the evasive moves by several drivers saved that from being the big one.
Yeah, we had 2-3 trucks involved in it. It could have been 23.
I think the 41 of Rhodes on the outside, the third one back, is maybe gave the 9 a little bit of a bump, just as you guys said, and then the 9 got into the 05.
See, that's the problem. The 41 can see the 9. He can't see what's out in front of the 9, and if his spotter's not telling him, hey, the 9's all over the 05, then he pushes him into it.
Yeah, that's just not being able to see what's ahead. Byron gets a push, hits Townley in the wrong place. John West into the 00 of Custer. Custer keeps it going straight somehow. If you watch back in the pack, it looked like the 29 of Tyler Reddick got into the back of Daniel Hemrick as they were trying to slow. I mean, they're in the middle of a crash.
Yeah, no fault to Tyler Reddick
at all. Just
of course, those are teammates.
Coincidentally, the teammates were together. You can see them down on the lower part of the groove.
Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe as
yeah, Reddick had to turn left to avoid the 05 of John West Townley.
And maybe got on the brakes a little bit there too, and that caused the 29 to get into the back of him. Well, there's another one of our chasers, Johnny Sauter on pit road. Hermie? Ben Kennedy leading the way with Timothy Peters in second. William Byron, the third truck in line, a 6-time winner this season.
Oh, got a spinner. We talked about Lupton.
It's the 02 of Lupton and a hard hit for that 71. Brandon Hightower, the 18-year-old, hard into the wall. That was a huge hit for Lupton. Good to see. You can see him moving around and quickly out of the truck.
He's out, okay. He's good.
Done for the day, and see how it gets started. The 02 of Dylan Lupton.
He just got up a little bit too close to the 23 of Gallagher. Then I think he felt like he needed to turn the wheel and get away from Spencer. And Brandon came along and just to try to avoid it, turned right and got into the outside safer barrier.
And somehow Lupton didn't hit a thing.
First career start for Lupton here in the Truck Series. Boy, you're right, Michael. How does he avoid any contact at all? Not another truck, not the wall.
That's
Meanwhile,
what
Brandon Hightower, he took it all.
That's what Talladega's all about, Vince. Dylan Lupton makes a mistake.
See how high he was away from the double yellow line.
He gets away with his mistake, and it just swept a couple other trucks into it.
Well, look at Matt Crafton barely get through there with that bright yellow truck.
I'm not sure Hightower had much choice other than just try to crank it to the right. Maybe it got too aggressive with it, obviously. That's why he crashed. But, man, he was in a tough spot with Lupton coming back across the track. That 41 truck has the ability to push harder than any other truck I've seen so far, and he's using that ability. He just puts it right on those trucks ahead of him. Makes me nervous.
And remember, Michael, when we did qualifying, he was back in 25th. We said he's a potential winner, and he is.
Matt Tift in the 11, Grant Enfinger in the 24. Neither one of them in the chase, but just as hungry for their first win.
Oh, there it goes.
Ben Rhodes collects a bunch of them.
Oh, man.
The big one at Talladega.
It's Hemrick also involved in the bottom in the 19 truck. There's Daniel on the apron of the racetrack.
A big sweeping crash down in turn 1.
We're going to get you back around here.
We know Cole Custer in the 00 was involved. The 86 of Brandon Brown, the 41 of Rhodes, the second truck up there on the outside. That's where it all started.
Looked like he might have got a shove from the 17 of Timothy Peters.
Well, I talked about how he's able to push so well. That means he's always up against the truck in front of him, and there isn't any room for Timothy to push him and push him ahead because he's already bottomed out against the truck in front of him, caused him to go sideways. Look at all that sheet metal flying through the air and those trucks grinding to a stop.
I'd mentioned Matt Tiff was involved. He is not. Matt right now is in the second position. He got through that unscathed.
The 5 of Corbin Forrester, the 05 of John West Townley. There is the the 07 of Cody Ware. You mentioned the 00 of Cole Custer, the 86 of Brandon Brown. Of course, Rhodes, heavy contact. Watch on the outside, second truck on the outside lane.
Yeah, hard contact. 41 bounces off the wall into the 86 of Brandon Brown.
What about Brandon up in the 6th spot in that truck? And
great job by Rico Abreu, and Tommy Joe Martin's the 44 truck getting by Rico in the 98.
Well, Rico's dodged a bullet a couple of those accidents, hasn't he?
He's seen it all today, Vince.
Rico Abreu making his first start here at Talladega.
Ooh, it looked like maybe Ben was going to the inside at the same time Timothy gave him a push, and it just went wrong. Look at Rico. Wow, how does he squeeze through there up to the high side on the side of Tommy Joe Martin?
And he had to give Tommy Joe some room too, and he did.
Good job by both Martins and Abreu to get through that. Brandon Brown didn't have a chance.
Sure did. Just victim of circumstances there for sure. Most of these guys had nowhere to go, Vince. They just came along, and it happened so fast. The 41 bounces off that outside wall into Brandon Brown and just clogs up the racetrack.
So just past the halfway mark, and major damage. Multiple trucks. The chasers. It's been an eventful day for those 8 trying to advance to round 2. Remember, only 6 advanced to the second round of the playoffs, and already John Hunter Nemechek, we know he's eliminated with the engine problems early in the race.
Look at Abreu and Tommy Joe Martin squeezed through there, and then late it looked like Austin Cindric was trying to thread the needle and didn't quite make it through there.
That's where the damage out for William Byron came from.
Watch it from the 19 of Hemrick.
Go up high, go low, go low, back it down, they're gonna go high.
We're hearing that maybe the 07
They're outside of you, they're outside.
Oh, Cody Ware got him from behind.
I heard that hit late.
I looked up, might have been William Byron. That
keep it rolling, track is clear, keep it rolling.
From Timothy Peters.
See, look at that. Just before Timothy went to give him a push, Ben Rhodes changed lanes. It looked like he tried to dive into the corner a little bit early.
Inside rollout, inside, man, that was...
I agree with you. He looked like he jogged to the left just prior to that contact from Timothy.
And watch him clip the 86 of Brandon Brown. Wow, that's a huge impact. Just tore the whole front end off that truck.
There's so many just had nowhere to go, including the 5 of Forrester, the 05 of John West Townley. They just had nowhere to go. 00 of Cole Custer.
Looks like they're welded together right here. They're going to come off the racetrack all together.
And look at the 98 going by just on the bottom with the 44. Those 2 trucks somehow skate by on the low side, and then they have to drive abruptly to the top in order to miss another spinning truck. Great job by those 2 drivers.
Yeah, I think they were actually making contact side by side there. 98 of Abreu and the 44 of Tommy Joe Martins.
Tommy Joe said, Rico, I need a little bit of room here. Move up, bud.
They worked that out. Tommy Joe's got a new sponsor, BootDaddy.com. I'm sure he's going to get Rico a pair of boots out of that.
The final lap at Talladega. Grant Enfinger trying to hold on for his first career win. Here comes Spencer Gallagher challenging, and Ben Kennedy on the outside taking a look.
Will they make it back?
He has too big a lead. He has too big a lead.
Oh, there goes.
They're
Cameron
bumping
Haley.
in the back. Haley is into the wall.
No caution yet.
Enfinger trying to hold on. Now Gallagher making a charge from the inside.
Ben Kennedy pushing hard on the back of the 24 truck of Grant Enfinger.
Through turn 4, coming to the tri-oval. Who's going to win? Is Enfinger going to be able to hold off his teammate Spencer Gallagher? His first career win. Grant Enfinger does it at Talladega.
How about that? Hometown boy does good, huh?
Isn't that great? Great for Grant Enfinger.
That is awesome.